Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tejano Traveler. I'm your host Wally, and today we are on the Texas Forest Trail, checking out the Texas Prison Museum in Huntsville, Texas. As you see, when you walk in here, you see two very familiar things, the red brick and the guardhouse. But I came here a while ago, and back then they used to have this area sort of open. You can tell I don't have my beard yet, my weak beard. But they had the little cell block open. You can see what it was like. And I came back recently again because I realized I really didn't take a lot of video. So I came back and took some video. And here you can see what the famous Walls unit in Huntsville actually looks like. And it was the first one built in Texas, so this is why they have the Texas Prison Museum here in Huntsville. And it is the one where they do a lot of their inmate releases from, and it's also where they have the death chamber and where they have Yolanda, who should be on the death chamber. Hate you, Yolanda, forever. Um, but if you come here, you get to learn a bit more about the prison system, and not only about the system itself on the outside and who runs it and controls it, but also a lot about the inmates. That's what they typically wear. They wear all white. They no longer wear striped suits like the Hamburglar. But you come here, you get to find out a lot about the workers there as well. So it's inmate and the workers that help run it on a daily basis. Yes, you'll see guns and some other stuff, but that's really just second to all the other stuff that's much more fascinating, like these ball and chains. Didn't know it was a marriage museum. They show barbed wire because there is barbed wire pretty much everywhere. And the brick that they make there. A lot of these units are made with this brick. It's red and it's recognizable. And once you see it, you're like, oh, that's prison brick. And they do get an opportunity to learn while they're there, though, so that's pretty good. And there's some other things that they've done. They used to put them to work doing these type of labors. They make license plates. You know, while they're there, they need to have a job of some sort, so that's what they do. That's one of the main people that was in charge of the system. And Chief Satanta, who fought against the U.S., was also buried there after he had committed suicide and took his own life, and they reburied him up in Oklahoma. And you also get to find out about the rodeo, which lasted until, I think, 1986. And then they stopped it. But it used to be a big old spectacle. It was huge. People loved it. And then, little by little, I guess, attendance started declining. So they got rid of it. And there's this cell that I told you about. Now it's closed. You can't go in there and sit on the toilet anymore. And then they always have special exhibits going on. And then there's barber chairs, which are important to keep your dignity while you're in jail and in prison. And then it also has an area where it showcases some of the art that these people do. While you're there, you have nothing but time. So some of them start creating things. These are made out of soap. You can also create other things which aren't quite as creative. But these Converse were awesome. And these are some more things from their prison days. And these little Cabbage Patch dolls, which were made by some lady on death row. And you get to see some other artifacts, like this grappling hook. And Old Sparky, which used to be the electric chair run by the Huntsville, Texas prison system. It's still there. It's no longer in use. Now they use injections, but it's still kind of creepy to look at, and knowing that it took so many lives. And when you're there, you can also buy these horses made by inmates. And they have a little monument out. So you can check it out. Anyways, that's the Texas Prison Museum. If you're in the Huntsville area, you should definitely check it out. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.